When you think about peace, what is it that you imagine? You got to find yourself somewhere that you can get away from everything and just enjoy the beauty of life and just live. So many people tell themselves they don't have time to, or they don't feel like it, and they end up finding themselves being overstimulated by life with all the stressors, with the people that they're around, with the things that they're worried about, their anxiety, their depression, to a point where they're literally overstimulated and they just give up on themselves. They give up on being at peace with themselves. They give up at mentally coming to a point where they're able to actually relax and take a break from things and stop thinking about, all the things that there are to worry about. There are always going to be things to worry about. We have to let those things go, right? If you can't find a way to give the things that you're worried about a break from actually bothering you, then they're never going to stop bothering you. And focus on things that are affecting you positively. Focus on the blessings that you were given. Focus on the opportunities that you have, instead of focusing on the things that you don't have. Instead of focusing on the things that were taken away from you. And it's difficult. It's a difficult process. I understand that. I'm not. There's no way for me to actually sit here and tell you this without understanding that it's a difficult process, right? But the point of it is that you have to start at some point. And there was a point in my life where the anxiety was so bad that it was hindering me from literally being normal. Like, it was hindering me from doing things that a normal person does. A normal outgoing person that I've been for years. It was hindering me from doing those things, hindering me from communication, hindering me from feeling emotion, hindering me from showing empathy. Those things were rough. And pretty recently, I started implementing a serenity prayer every morning where I'll wake up and I'll pray. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. Amen. And this is a new journey that's for me, man. I've never really been super religious. I've never really been in the church or anything like that. Although I've always felt like your body is your temple. Your body is your place of prayer. Your body is your place of worship and holiness. But I've never actually surrendered myself to a belief, if that makes sense. And the people that are around you are extremely important, because I have a brother that kind of influenced me to, look into it, because he sees my curiosity in it, but I've never actually committed. I never actually told myself that I believe in this, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in, that there's a reason why we're here. I truly believe that. And the gifts that I've been blessed with a family. I've been blessed with wealth. I've been blessed with success. So I take it as, it's not for no reason. If I was gifted these blessings, I need to do something with it, and I'm willing to share people how I got it and, the process I'm beginning. I understood the importance of accepting the fact that you're going to be faced with thousands of challenges throughout your lifetime. Some are going to be big, some are going to be small, very impactful. Some aren't going to be so impactful, but regardless of what it is you have to find time to speak to your inner self. And that's my purpose of peace, is being able to have conversations with my inner self and maintain my sanity and maintain my happiness and maintain the blessings that I've been given, and continue to appreciate them in a manner where I didn't do it before, And I started studying, masters of this, like people who, like Buddhists spend over 100,000 hours of their life meditating. Like artists spend over 100,000 hours of their life creating. And I had to figure out what it is that I do that I find my peace in. And it's speaking to myself. It's being alone sometimes. Those are the moments where you truly find your peace. It's where you truly, truly are able to figure out who you are as a person and the things that you need, and use your creativity and view your imagination in a manner where, when you're filled with the chaos of everyday life that's going to continuously happen, continuously never slow down, You know, when you're filled with that, you're never able to speak to yourself, right? You're never able to understand who you are and the feelings that you have and why you have those feelings and the things that you go through and why you experience or look at things a certain way, right? But when you speak to yourself, you're able to actually break down the things that you have and the feelings that you have towards things. I think a lot of people are caught up in this notion of, you know, endlessly scrolling or drinking or things that aren't truly peaceful to their inner person, but they think it is. And it's so easy to fill voids with negative things, and people don't understand that is most of the time when they're doing those things and they participate in that, that's a sign that they have a void of something, and you have to fill that void with something. You can't just quit it or anything like that. You have to fill it with something. Every day you're going to be filled with chaos from the outside world, so much noise that you don't even hear yourself anymore. You don't hear the things that you need. Sometimes you just got to take a break and listen to yourself. Everything you do, smell, taste, hear, see, feel, everything, that all participates in the functionality of your brain and how you process things and your outlook and your opinion and your view and your imagination, everything. And you have to control that gate. You have to control it. Like sometimes you gotta stop water from flowing. Sometimes you gotta stop, sometimes you gotta close the tunnel off, right? You gotta let your brain slowly bring itself back to where it was and just be quiet, Peace isn't gonna come out the blue, right? It's gonna come from consistently, correcting your habits, setting boundaries for yourself, and having an internal voice that you listen to. But if I can find my peace, I know you can too.